Hey guys, how it going? This is TheRFSpark. We're back here in Elite Dangerous here at Glen Enterprise in Nevert. I'm here with my Cobra Mk IV, and I'll be showing you guys how I have built my combat ship. The Cobra Mk IV is a more armored version of the Cobra Mk III, and it was limited to people that pre-ordered Season 2, I think, of Elite Dangerous. And so not everyone might have one, but they might have it available if they have not gotten one yet, and I'm going to go over what I have done to it to make it what it is. First of all, I want to mention that it is not as maneuverable as the Cobra Mk III, but it does have better armament and armor. So the best thing to do if you want to try to keep close to the same maneuverability is to put most of your pips to engine and weapon, and maybe none to system or one on system. I keep one on system just to kind of last the shield a little bit longer and recharge them. Another thing is, you can set your weapon ups to however you feel like from a different ship if you're comfortable with your build, but I'm going to be showing you what I've done with my ship. So let's check it out. As you guys can see, I do use all of my weapon bays. It is very nice. I use 2 burst cannon mediums for my Cobra Mk IV, and I also use 3 multi-cannons. The burst weapons are very nice for taking down shields of all classes of ships, small to big. The mediums are bigger than the smalls. The reason why I go with these bigger medium weapons than actually going with bigger multi-cannons is just the smaller weapons struggle at taking down the shields, so that's why I had to. Back then, I used to run medium multi-cannons and just beam lasers for my small weapons, but back then you couldn't. Using the multi-cannons for the smalls like I have are optionals. You can use thermal weapons, but it is going to suffer in the power systems. This is also another reason why I have it set up the way I do. It's because the power draw and the power limit is so limited on the Cobra that you have to just kind of work around it. But I am using 3 multi-cannon small, and it does help to rip apart medium ships and small. It struggles against larges a little bit, but it does work if you aim for the right component to self-destruct it or just immobilize it, and then you can finish off with your burst weapons. These multi-cannons do come with quite a bit of ammo. If I'm correct, they should come with... They might not say. Oh yeah, here we go. Maximum ammo, 190... 102... I can't even talk today, guys. 2,190. So 90 in the clip, and then 2,100 on the side. And that's plenty, really, to be honest. A lot of NPCs will go after your cockpit, and the cockpit on this is pretty huge, but I think any NPC ship will do that. Another thing is, for my internals, I do not think I have much for optional internals. I do recommend the 4A shield generator, a 4D hull reinforcement package, and with this ship having so many class 4 slots, it's just amazing what you can bring. You do not have to bring these many shield cell banks, but I do anyways, just because of the kind of ships I fight. So I am running 2 4As. I do recommend 2 4Bs because you can get more charges, but I just kind of haven't been able to find them yet, so these work too. I also am running hull packages to add armor onto it and health points. I think that's how the armor works. And yeah, and with the way the ship is angled at all different directions, it does help block some kinetic weapons. Yes, not thermal. So yeah, my core internals are also a 4A power plant that I do have boosted because the power plant is going to suffer if you do not upgrade it or if you don't have the right equipment. The ship struggles quite a bit with power, as you guys can see. I have to turn off certain things and have certain things deactivated. Your fuel tank option can be up to you. I just kind of keep it at 16 just to try to travel around a little bit to get to wherever I need to. The life support, you can put it down to a D or an E for less power draw or less weight. I just kind of have it all at A. And yeah, most of everything is A. There is certain ways you can limit the power draw Just maybe make less things power hungry, or just get the right class items. And as far as my utility mounts, I am running OA shield boosters that will help boost the shields to make the ship just not have to get punched so hard without its shields on, because this ship is a small ship, guys, and it does not have a lot of health. It might seem like it's a more armored version of the Cobra, and it will last a little bit longer than the Cobra Mark III. But yeah, another thing about this ship, guys, if you know you're not going to win that fight, pull away. It's the best thing to do, because if you can get that head start for pulling away, it's the best thing, because this ship does not go the fastest. It only does about 309 in a boost. That's pretty low compared to the Cobra Mark III. The Cobra Mark III, if I'm correct, can do up to about 400. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but I know the Cobra Mark III can just out-exceed the Cobra Mark IV in speed and maneuverability. The ship is a support ship and should not try to be used as a as a frontward brawler, because it will somewhat lose unless you're fighting a similar ship of the size. I don't know how it worked for the Vulture. Even though the Vulture is a small ship, that thing's basically a medium ship, really. Another thing is, the ship can just be, as I said, it is less maneuverable, so you are going to have to get used to it. Another thing is, ramming is a viable thing in this ship just for how heavy the shields are, and also the ship. I don't think it's the heaviest medium ship. I actually don't think it is, or smallest ship. It's not the heaviest smallest ship. I think the Vulture is, but it can still ram. I've actually rammed to get my opponents out of my way. I don't recommend it though. But yeah, that is my build guide for the combat ship of the Cobra Mark IV. I do use two of these Cobra Mark IVs, one for exploring and one for combat. It is by far my favorite ship, and I hope you guys might agree with me. And if you guys have any suggestions or opinions on the ship, please let me know. I would love to hear it, because I love this ship so much. And until then, guys, I will catch you on the next one. See ya.